You're watching Cheery TV.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please find me not guilty of loving soup just a little too much. Isn't that right, buddy? So let me set the stage here. All right. On Friday, I went to go give blood. It's right there, Your Honor. There's the mark. It's gone basically now, but it was there. I swear, I did do it, and boy, was it something. The process was fine. I was like, you know what? Because I mean, for Iron Lung, they were doing some stuff like, oh yeah, there's gonna be blood donation trucks outside some of the places, and I'm like, oh, that sounds really cool. But the location that I was going to did not have one of these trucks, so I was like, ah, shoot. Well, I guess I'll just make an appointment for one because I'm like, hey, I had the idea in my head. I may as well go follow through with it. It's a nice thing to do. I'm O positive, so I'm like, hell yeah, it's gonna be great. They're gonna love my blood. They're gonna eat that shit up. Apparently I'm thinking of O negative is the one that they'll definitely eat shit up with. They'll still take O, but they'll take any blood, by the way, as long as it's human. They'll take anything. So, whatever I was, it'd be fine. I made the appointment, and I had to wait a couple weeks, and then, last Friday, I went to the mall where they had this little thing set up, and it was great, honestly. They had a little bit of they had like a desk out front, so they were like, hey, you can't get in unless you got an appointment. And then I had an appointment, so they're like, you can go through and sit in one of those really confusingly clobbed together chairs. Like there was 7 waiting chairs, and they had this whole zone to put them, and they squished them into a corner with three, and then just one in the back. I took the one in the back because I was cool, and there's already someone in the front of the row in the middle. Who takes the middle seat? When you have any sort of display like that's like urinals. You don't take the middle, you take the edges ones, so that way it's less awkward for everyone involved. But they took the middle, so I took the far back because I was like, you know what? Whatever. This isn't going to work in terms of patterns, so it's going to be really unoptimal positioning, but forget about it. We're just going to run with it. So I waited for not a whole lot of time, honestly, because they knew what they were doing. They were going fast, and they were going quick. They were going proper. Everything was awesome. I got over there. I gave them some information. The person who was helping me out that day was very, very nice. They were a really awesome person. I wish I could remember their name. They had a name tag, and I'm too stupid to remember it. But they were great. They were great. They were making the jokes, having a good time, keeping things lighthearted. And everything was honestly pretty solid. Everything was very smooth. The blood drawing was very smooth process. Having to squeeze a thing over and over again on like timed intervals made me really question the strength of my hand because it wasn't like a super strong thing. They had like a little ball of like fluff or like Velcro or something. They just had me like squeeze it and then like let go and squeeze it so that way like the vein wouldn't like suck back into my arm and hide like a little baby. So so I had to do that, and just trying to keep up with that. It was like I don't know if I'm doing this right because every now and again I feel like I would just like be holding it or I'd be letting go and I just wouldn't be like squeezing anymore. But I felt in my brain I was squeezing, but in my hand I was like, "Yep, this is happening. This is great. This is cool." So that was interesting. But overall, it was a very smooth process. It took under half an hour for me anyway, because I did all like the extra setup stuff beforehand. Like I did the Fast Pass, the American Blood Cross. Cool dudes, cool dudes. Everyone was great. Everything was solid, and I went to go sit down on my snack little table. There's some other people there. Uh, I just listened to some Past Masters Volume 1 of the Beatles while I ate some whole grain Cheez-Its and had a fruit punch box or like juice box, which is the first time I really had one of those juice boxes. And let me tell you, I can see why kids love them. At least I'm assuming that's why they exist. Either that or it's just for blood donations, in which case that's pretty cool too. Just a little. It has maybe like 3.5 sips in it, but you know what? Just the satisfaction of ripping the straw off and that shit right in there. It was nice. It was cool, and honestly, the juice wasn't even all that bad. I gotta say, pretty solid work. I'm really proud of myself that I can drink beverages now. However, some days go by and they ask for my address, so I assumed I was gonna get one of those like physical donation cards because I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I get to know, it gets to have my name and my blood type and all that shit. This is gonna be so cool. Apparently, they don't do that anymore. They just have like an app, and then like eventually your stuff gets added onto the app. And it happened last night, and I got the email, and I was like, oh hey, your donation card is here. in your app. So it's not really a card, it's more just information about you. And in the thing, it had like my name, my like user ID and stuff, and my blood type, and it was, O positive. It was not O positive. It was not O positive. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? It's not O positive. For 23 years of my life, I've been told it's O positive. I've gotten blood work done before. I don't know if they ever tested my blood to see what the thing was. I just know that I was told I was O positive by my family, not doctors. So, apparently, I've been being lied to for the last 2 decades, which is kind of nuts. It's the most scandalous thing in my existence right now, which just goes to show how boring I am. But it's crazy. I'm not gonna tell you my blood type because now I feel like I've dwindled the odds down too much. I've already told you I'm not in any of the O's. There's only 6 more. I have to hide behind that secrecy, Russian roulette style. If someone gets me, they're gonna have more of my information than even I do. But it's crazy. So yeah, I'm just processing this information now that I am not who I thought I was. I'm a completely different person. The insides of my body have been completely different this entire time, and I was none the wiser. I had no idea, and now I have to live with this. And like it's kind of like it's kind of been cool. I'm not gonna lie. You fall into a mundane part of the week, and you're like, oh man, I'm kind of bored. Something like this, just completely harmless, just nonsense. Really throws a wrench into things in the best possible way. But I'm honestly flabbergasted that this is a thing. Like, how do you get told the wrong blood type for your entire literal existence? It's crazy. I mean, I'm happy to have done it. It has caused quite the rift in my brain between who I am and where my blood went, because I feel like I was O positive. I'm not super positive about it anymore, but I pretty positive. Listen, I don't know. I didn't seep my blood through my own veins and put it through like a tester. They should have that, by the way. I don't know how hard it is to test blood, but they give you like paternity tests and like at home like drug tests and paternity tests and all that sort of stuff. Why don't they have like a at home blood test? See what your blood is. They have like the Lancet things that like dig into your skin and take a little bit of blood out to test the blood sugar. Why don't you just throw in the blood type in there while you're at it? Just at least for the starter one, get a starter pack. You get a little thing. It's like tink. Oh, you're O positive, and then you could be like, yes, I knew it. And then it's like, well, I guess I don't know. No, because if it's gonna be medically equivalent, it's gonna be pretty consistent and solid. So, very strange. Unless my vibrations were just off and that makes your blood type different, like trying to tune a guitar. Maybe. Anything's possible. But yeah, new life update. I'm not the blood type I thought I was. Um kind of wild. Kind of crazy, honestly. I got to be honest. If you've been lied to before, let me know, because that's pretty cool. It's not cool. It kind of sucks for you, but it could make a cool story, and I'd like to hear it. Mine's not that interesting. It's just that it's just a different blood type. It's just crazy. It's just wild. You don't expect it. There's things that you just don't expect to happen. Because I was literally like, when I was doing the blood donation, I was like, oh yeah, I was O positive. I was gonna tell them that to put on the card, but they tested it and it ain't O positive. So yeah, different me. New year, new me. Literally. Yeah, that's about all I got for you guys. This might be a Cannibal Crossing quickie. I have no idea. See ya.